Haunted Hearing Aid. Recorded live by Luigi C. Russo, Chief Poet Officer of PoetLuigi.com. He will also comment on various entertainments recently consumed. And now, let us hear. People, millions, billions, trillions, touched by morning sprinkle. That was yesterday's morning. This day's morning. Ashes, disaster, heat, burnt senses. Milos spits, squints, wipes his eyes with his apron, sips a bottle of brandy. He grabbed as he hastened out. The growing heat, flames, flames, flames. And that was that. The decision to leave his business to his son's grandchildren is no more. Hell, he hasn't seen any of them in almost 15 years. His children with 12 grandchildren. Once they had grandchildren, stayed away from G, kept to their cities. No longer were the days he smiled, not since the little C, just the tiniest dot, stole his wife. His world grew a shade darker at each passing, wakened second. Many times he thought to pick up and return home. Where was home? A new name? A new people? Never. My home is here. I've lost the little diner. So be it, thought Milos. Brandy slowly drifting into belly, a large belly, digestion with last night's meals, sirens swilling, mingling into the morning excitement, background noise, to a slowly slumping Serbian giant. Bottle slowly rolls, off darkened fingers, drifting into the street, curves a little bit back towards the curb. Gray ash flecks arriving like the too much unwelcome rain. Swing, swing in the air. Blue is seen by those far from G, but those in G visualize a volcano, spitting, regurgitating up, throwing up its inside hells. Milos opens eyes as his body rocks back and forth in a vehicle. Damn it, inside the ambulance. Milos internally stated. Eyes closed back, mind as well. Enjoy the ride. Let someone else tend to his aching, lonely body. Scene. Milos monologue while in transit. 4 children, 2 boys, 2 girls. What happened to them? Why did they leave? What did I do wrong? Why didn't they come back? I called, I cried, I yelled, I asked them to visit. I never went to visit them, so many miles. Why didn't I go? Car broke, back hurts, business busy. Ha, good one. Once their mother passed on, I never reached out. Always had an excuse to never leave, and never leave I did. Holiday calls, I never answered. Pictures of my grandchildren, what have I done? Why those miserable sons of mine? Why those miserable daughters of mine? Why the miserable, miserable me? So happy with the country. Thought the children and grandchildren would be so happy to come and visit. Those ungrateful sons of, Milos, you need to fix this, but how? The question is asked, the hospital is in sight, the room is entered, the tests have been completed. The room is clear except a female nurse and Milos' slow creak, opening the eyes, a little wider, much better, tired out, open eyes, a beautiful face staring, but her face was of a dead family member, eyelids closed, eyelids open, again and again to come into focus, a doctor, a nurse, another doctor, Dr. 1. Concur with the concur. Dr. 2. Not sure, concur. Nurse. Concurious? Dr. 1. Major concur. Nurse. Double concur. Dr. 2. Double D concur. Eyes open to a view, the long high road hill, an octagon house, tucked back, woods bountiful. Full, blessing, bliss, abundance, a frail wind, tiptoes past Milos' ears. He rubs his ears with sweaty palms, nervous nerve, mind dancing thoughts, confused thoughts, mainly the pure silence, like he is in a soundproof room, the room where he gets tested at the ENT office, that room which looks like a sound recording studio, that room where the doc will mutter phrase after phrase, voice echoing, say airplane, plane, plane, plane. A shadow to the left appears and grows, a shadow of a man with long hair shifting with the wind. Overhead, a plane silently streams by. Walking down the hill in the middle of the street, Milos goes. Hospital gown, bare feet, ass bare, strolling along, humming a silent tune. 'Cause there is no noise, just the thoughts. Thoughts. I'm awake. I'm dreaming. Am I dead? Spooky shit. Death, is that you? Suddenly, the man appears before Milos. Startled beyond, feeling so startled, shit streamed down his leg. Milos tried to look at the man who appears all in gray. Even his face was gray. Then it was realized he was in black and white. Only color seen was red, oozing from his left ear. The gray shadow's mouth moved in a word. Same word. The closer Milos moved in to read the lips of the gray man, the lips became smaller, till no lips were made available. Grayman stared, then walked away, leaving Milos with this. Tame your demons, burn them all, 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 all. Eyes open, glazed, tired nurse eyes. Seeking life, answer in her eyes. Nurse, why did you burn them? Milos, I don't burn nothing. Nurse, huh? What was that? Your vitals are on the way. Milos, vitals? What are you saying, demon bitch? Nurse, burn yourself by calming yourself. Burn the fires. Set us free through agonizing fires. Burn my body down so the ashes may sprinkle and bleed the sky. Milos, I burnt nothing. You crazy. Nurse, dear, now, let's rest. Milos, lost? I'm not lost. You're lost. Stop telling me to burn stuff. Nurse, doctor, please come in. Milos, I didn't burn anyone. I won't burn you or this here. You hear? Now, go, you devil. Nurse, sir, please calm down or I will have to sedate. Milos, no, it isn't too late to not burn yourself, you witch. You are a gypsy whore, a gypsy black whore. You will not get to me, you gray man. Never. I will burn you, gray beast of hell. Jesus, God help. Doctor, trauma, give. Nurse, concur. Silence envelopes the world. All that can be heard is pure nothing. Wastelands are now sweeping greenly, darkly on the hill. Stars vacant from the sky, looking up, Milos cries, kneeling before the shadow who has become known only to him as Grayman. That concludes today's reading of Haunted Hearing Aid, Volume 1, Evil is Here. All right, now we move on to Hearing It On, Hearing It Off. All right, got lots of soccer games here. What we got here? We have, I think it's 19, I forgot to put the years here for some of these. Italy versus, I think it's 1986. Italy versus Republic of Korea. Italy had a missed penalty. Yeah, they were all right. It's not great. But it was good to see the high score. So I give that a hearing aid on. 1986, Italy versus Argentina. Well, Maradona had a really good goal. He jumped in the air and kicked the ball in to tie it up. And looks like both were, they had equal skills against each other. I give that one a hearing aid on. 1986, Italy versus France. I think the issue was that Italy did not have any playmakers. And so they just lacked team unity. It just was not a great game to watch. Italy versus France, 1986. So that gets a hearing aid off. 1990, Italy versus Austria. There were lots of mullets going on and a lot of mustaches. A very fast paced game. The game went by really fast. And yes, Italy beat Arnold Schwarzenegger's hometown. And I give that a hearing aid on. Yes, indeed. And then we have Italy versus USA. Wow, they were more miserable mullets. Man, oh man, were they bad. Maybe I should get a mullet. It looked, since I've been watching the soccer game evolve since 1966 all the way to 1990, you can definitely tell how the game is speeding up. People are getting faster, less walking around. And that's what I liked about just so far these two 1990 games. Is they're just fast paced, and Italy's like playing with skill. And give that a hearing aid on. I finished reading Stephen King's Dark Tower 2, Drawing of the Three. And, a lot of his books tend to start off slow, and then I just get more and more into it. And, Roland, just, great character. I can always imagine a Clint Eastwood walking around, and that gets a hearing aid on. Listen to the Bangles, the very best of the Bangles. It's easy listening. It has the hits, and the non-hits are still kind of good. It's like good background music, and it's appealing to the hearing aid while I'm on the road. So I give that a hearing aid on. Aerosmith, Pump. I never liked Aerosmith, and this album didn't make me like them anymore. Because I don't like them. They don't play heavy. They don't play soft rock. I think this was whoever Tyler's voice. Man, I don't like the music. Hearing it off. Paul Abdul. Greatest hits, straight up. I don't know. Nah, I don't like her voice. I don't like the beats. I don't like the music. Didn't like anything. Hearing it off. All right, let's see how the Baby. This is how tomorrow moves. More like this is how tomorrow drones on and on and on and on and hearing it off. Christina Aguilera keeps getting better, a decade of hits. And man, does she have a soulful voice. If I would have never seen her, I would have thought she was a black woman. That she definitely gets a hearing aid on. I read Nickelodeon 5-Minute Halloween Stories collection. I had SpongeBob, Paw Patrol, Blaze, but then I had the girly stories in there too. I didn't care for those too much. Obviously, you have to have variety, but I didn't like those stories. There was too many words. The boy stories were less words, and the girl stories had more words. Hearing it off. Saw The Legend of Billie Jean for the first time. Fair is fair. Cheesy goodness, women's rights, kind of thing. The blessing of them having a period. It's so wonderful. I mean, I don't know. But I know my wife, doesn't look forward to those times. But there was a G.I. Joe scene. They used G.I. Joe walkie-talkies in the mall. I give that a hearing aid on. Also listen to Anne Margaret, Born to Be Wild. In all honesty, there's no reason to sing old classic songs again. There's no reason to do covers. Just stop it. And those are classic covers for a reason. I mean, those are classic hits for a reason. And hearing it off. Saw Fanboys for the first time. I'm not a Star Wars fan, but it was funny. It was actually pretty hilarious where the Star Wars fans hate the Star Treks. The reason why I hate Star Wars is because I never liked the toys. I didn't find the toys as cool as the G.I. Joe toys. And one of the characters, the one that's that's sick, he's wearing a G.I. Joe shirt. which is pretty cool, and hearing aid on. Ooh, this is class. This is a blast from the past. Amazing Stories, Season 1, Steven Spielberg's Amazing Stories. I remember the intro from Little. I don't remember any of the stories. Not saying they weren't amazing, but the Mummy one was good, and the Hell to Pay. Hell to Pay. Bald guys wear a toupee, and they get possessed. That was some funny stuff, and goofy stuff. And episode 7 has the GI Joe Sky Striker hanging. The internet said episode 13, but I think Seth was the character. The little boy was playing with the little boy's brother was playing with the little green Army Man tank. I don't think that was G.I. Joe. But anyways, all the stories are great. Some of them skipped and didn't play, so I'll pieces and parts. But there were 24 episodes, and hearing aid on. Oh, what's this one? Amazing Stories and Blue Oyster Cult. Agents of Fortune. Kind of just one hit. And that was it. I didn't like it too much. I don't like Blue Oyster Cult. So that gets a hearing aid off. And that concludes today's podcast. Thank you. And don't forget to share with others. And that is it. Maybe one day I'll have a live recording of myself. Maybe that'd be scary. Take care.